Finally back out again. Feels like ages. I think it's been about 3 weeks. It's a lovely day. Not too hot, not too cold, not too breezy. Just about right. A lot of changes this week. A lot of new kit. A lot of new things going on. Top of that list is that I'm not taking water. I'm going to go round to the berry tree stand that I've been to a couple of times before on this permission site. And the last time I was there, there was a reasonably running stream. However, I'm not sure it's still running, but we're going to take a chance. I do have water filter and some bags to put it in. I think we'll just see what we see. So that's one thing. Lots of new gear today. Got some new lightweight trekking poles. Very nice. And I've got a lightweight backpack, which you will see, but I won't say too much about, because I want to do a gear review specific episode. Something I found by chance, and I think lots of people are going to be interested in. So I'll mention it, but look out for the gear review. Walking was much easier with less weight. First thing we need to do, water, hopefully. So as I said, this time I haven't carried water. That saved me 2-3 kilos of weight. That's brilliant. And what I have got is this Catadine B3 water filter. Now, I've never used this, and I'm hoping that the stream's still flowing, and I'm hoping this works. We'll find out. Well, I've got some water. I've got about, I don't know, 600 ml. Unfortunately, the water source isn't really flowing very well. Oh well, that is the risk you take. So, even though the stream was a little lacking, shall we say. I've managed to collect some water. The filter seems pretty good. Not too bad. Seems to be generating nice clean water, which is what it's for. Right. Let's get a tent set up, shall we? Today, I've not got the Nor tent. This is a light camp. Wow, that was the idea anyway. This is my attempt at stripping back things. Carrying too much weight. Not good for me. Not good for me at all. Anyway, so what we have today is this beauty. You've not seen this on the channel before, but I'm sure you've seen it on lots of other channels. It's the OEX Phoxx 2 V2. Two-person tent, 1.5, one and kit, really. That weighs about 2 kilos, just about, which is 1.5 kilos less than the Nor tent. It's not as good as the Nor tent, unsurprisingly, but I need to do the weight saving. What I've also got, which you've briefly seen, but I will be doing a full review video on, is this. Right. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think I remember having a footprint with this OEX. Let's have a look. So, got some more spare pegs. I didn't realise I bought those. 2 poles. And tent. Now, the Phoxx 2 V2 is an inner pitch first. However, it's entirely possible to leave the 2 pieces connected. I should say, I wasn't the last one to use this. And so I'm really hoping, A, everything's there, which it looks like it probably is, and B, nothing's been trashed. So, you can see here, on this version, on the V2 version, they added some little loops to tie the fly on. That means you can leave it attached. That wasn't there on the previous version. And there we go again. Oh, there you go. Something for the blooper reel. Let's try that again. Phoxx 2 V2. Nice stealthy little colour. Reasonably low. It's right in that slightly irritating spot between nice and low and not quite high enough to sit up in, but hey ho, that's alright. Plenty of peg out points, so it's nice and stable. Double door. Let's take a look. Storm flap with Velcro. You've got a couple of those toggle ties, which are largely rubbish, and about the only really rubbish thing on this tent are these toggle ties. They are too loose. It's 2 zips. Unfortunately, this zip, if I can get it on camera, has a stopper. Now, I'm not the only one that thinks that's insane, and I know that other people have cut those off, and I might well do the same later on. Let's take a look inside. Well, there we are. It's not the biggest tent in the world. It's not the smallest tent in the world. Slightly uneven, but it'll do. It'll do. I know that it's big enough for my mat, and I know, given that it's got a hydrostatic head of 5,000, which for a cheap tent isn't bad at all, and then some, I'm not going to have rain problems, even if it does rain. I may still put a tarp up, given I've got enough room for it. We'll see. Okay, let's get some stuff in, get the mat blown up, and then I'll show you the next good thing.